Week 6 matchup for you here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10.
Burrow on play action. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one is incomplete. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Look at the big fella go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen? And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10.
Throwing down, Burrow on first down. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into third place all time. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always...
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
It's a game of 11. That's good for the Saints.
They go play action with Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Mike Evans with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Falcons 14.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
11 MP, take. 11 MP, 11. Stop.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Play action. It's Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Here's Burrow. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll look to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Saints. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll set up to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ready.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there was one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't feel the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out,
he's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Evans on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
On 1, ready? 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Touchdown! Mike Evans, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's London. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
13 yards on the pickup.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running left, Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now a pass hauled in downfield.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that will agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
49. Falcons 38.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Slot man moves right.
11.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
A big play of 58 yards. And the Saints, first down.
First down. Here's Burrow.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. Down inside the 10.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
11 MT. 11 MT, Kate. 11.
Burrow looking to pass.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain.
Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars. can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, that's still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this.